Hello Drivator fans, Richard Rush here today with my dad, John Rush, behind the camera. And today we're going to take a look at the 2017 Ford F150 Limited. This is the essentially top of the line trim level, if you want to say that. There's nothing really above this. These are all numbered vehicles, and what I mean by that, of course, they have a VIN number, but they also have the special plate on the center console that will kind of show you that actually numbers these vehicles, 1 to however many that they produce. So what is new for 2017 on the F150 as a whole? They've redesigned their 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost engine, which actually this engine is the only engine available, I believe, on this specific model of the Limited with the Super Crew and just as it's configured. They've also added a new 10-speed transmission, which is a really nice feature. And also for the F-150, the Ford Raptor returns with a higher output of the same 3.5 liter V6 Eco engine. So with that being said, let's take a quick walk around the car. I'll kind of step out of the camera here real quick, and Dad will kind of give them an overview. Really definitely a noticeable truck, I guess, from the exterior, with that nice front grille with the Limited plastered across the front. Again, Ford did redesign that F-150 several years back in terms of adding the different kind of shaped lighting. This does have the LEDs right along the edge. I'm going to give you just a few of the different options that you can see on this vehicle. Everything kind of comes pretty much standard with very few options available. As you can see from right now, the 22-inch wheels are a standard on here. The 3.5 liter engine that I mentioned before, upgraded leather, and then again, most optional features are standard. Real quick, something that we do like to show you: retractable running boards that do come down when you open the doors, and then when you close them, they are going to go back up. Again, aluminum body, which is going to take weight off, help with the fuel economy, really help with a lot of the different issues that trucks have ran into. A few of the features, I'm going to kind of step around to this side really quick. Panoramic moonroof, which we'll show you in just a second. Massaging chairs, rear heated seats on the outboard, LED head and tail lights, adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning and assist, auto parallel parking, automatic wipers, automatic headlights, heated steering wheel, retractable steps, as I mentioned before, as well as the Sync 3 system. One thing you will notice on the back here is this big Limited kind of chrome piece on the tailgate. We didn't hear this from Ford, but we've heard it from other manufacturers. When truck buyers are buying these high-end, high-level trucks, believe it or not, they want this type of kind of badging, could you say, on the vehicle. We're the types that when we pretty much get a vehicle, we take off any of this that we possibly can. But truck buyers, when you're spending $65,000, and yes, I'll say that again, $65,000 on a half-ton pickup, they want people to know that essentially they spent that much money, thus why you get that. Real quick, I do want to show you, this is actually an electronic mechanism right here. You just push that. It's going to open that slow lift tailgate. You can see this does have the Ford spray bed liner, which is part of an option. I believe it's right around $500. You've got the tow hooks in there. You've also got LED lighting. And as we do back out after we show you that again, you will see the Ford in the front end of the truck, which is really nice. And you've got you've got hooks right here on 4 points on both sides, as well as these kind of plastic tow hooks, which is a really nice feature. We like to show you this on Ford. This is what they have done. This is kind of their assist step sort of thing. Pull that out, drop it down, pull this all the way out, lift it up, and that gives you your ease of access into the bed of the truck, which is a really nice feature. You do have an open window right there in the back as well, as some people like to call it the beer window. Throw your beers into the bed of the truck. But this is a really nice feature. Some people aren't huge fans of having to pull this out and do this whole apparatus. If you're a Ford guy, honestly, you're going to like this. It's just what Ford has done for the past several years. If you're not a Ford guy, you're probably not. You just push that lever there, lift this up, slide it back in, latch it up, and it's what we like to call a one-handed close. You do have the tailgate camera right here, as well as some other sensors, lighting right there. Your full hookups for trailer, trailer plugs, whatever you need to for the trailer brakes. One last thing that we will say on this vehicle is it does come equipped with the trailer backup, We can't do that just because we had many trailers, but honestly, we don't have the time in the short week that we have these vehicles. It's really, really difficult to be able to do that thing. You have to actually set up a barcode, kind of a scanning, make sure you have the right trailer, but just know that it is available on this vehicle as it sits. Dad, let's come around to the second row here. And actually, let's show them this really quick, Dad. I want to show what it looks like with one seat up and one seat down. It's a flat floor as it sits right here. If you put both seats up, which is a really nice feature, some other vehicles don't have it. There actually is some storage underneath on the other side, just for some snow brush, some things like that. Really beautiful door apportionment. You can just see that. Nice wood grain right here. Really nice soft touch leather materials. Just overall excellent finishes. Let me put this down here real quick. I'm going to hop into the second row here. As you can see, plenty of room, no issues there. You've got, this person is set for honestly a 6'1", 6'2" individual. I still have a solid probably 5-6 inches worth of space, which is really nice. Heated seats here in the back. You do have vents right here in the middle. You've got power outlets with 2 USB ports as well as a standard house 110. Really nice headroom, Dad. I'm not sure, but why don't we show them right now. This is the moonroof that we're talking about, which I'm not sure if this is available on any truck on the market today other than an F-150. I'm just not entirely sure. If it is, I don't know about it, but it's a great feature. It's an awesome thing in our opinion, so which is really nice. And I think it's a 450. Sorry, just go ahead and say it, Dad.
It's available on the 250 as well.
Oh, well, yes, absolutely. Sorry, I think I said the F-150. So it is available on Ford. I'm not sure of any other manufacturers that are doing the panoramic moonroof style. So again, getting in and out, the retractable board. Some people are going to say, well, you don't need them on this vehicle. If you decided to add a lift or something to it, then it definitely may be an option. So with that being said, why don't we take actually we'll pause the video, hop into the front seat and show you that of the 2017 Ford F-150 Limited. All right, fans, front seat Ford F-150 Limited. I want to show you the door apportionments as we always try to do. That same wood grain throughout, as well as the nice soft touch materials. Really nice door storage for some maps, blueprints, whatever you need to right there. It's really nice features, a water bottle. Just again, excellent job by Ford there. As you carry throughout, you can see the limited door plate right there, which is again special for the Limited itself. Really nice, very comfortable seats. Dad, let's show them these beautiful seats with this contrast brown and black. You've got the Limited kind of embossed on there. Really beautiful stitching, and just honestly overall just a tremendous job. They've continued the wood grain throughout, leather on the entirety of the dash, which is really nice. Let's show them the center console the best we can, Dad. Again, the F-150 Limited with the VIN, the year, and then again that's the model number of, or the, I guess, vehicle number of how many have been produced in that specific batch, which is really nice. The rest of the interior, you do have a cigarette lighter port, power port there, as well as your kind of 110 household outlet. Dual climate control, heated and cooled seats for both the fronts. Really nice cup holders. This spot is really great for a phone. We've got iPhone 7 Pluses, and they work tremendous for that, especially if you're using CarPlay. If we do open the center console, nice deep center console. Let's take that tray out. You could really fit a lot of different things in there. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you Ford guys are going to correct me, I know you will. I believe that this is situated for file folders, if necessary, across the center of this, which is a really nice feature, and we'll tell you why in the opinion portion. You do have 2 high. This is the 4x4 model, I want to say. 2 high, the 4 automatic, so it'll automatically switch 4 high, 4 low. Integrated trailer brake down there. Standard steering wheel. The Sync 3 system we'll show you in just a second. Everything else is pretty much standard. So with that being said, Dad, why don't you hop on the back and let's take a quick drive. 2017 Ford F-150. All right, fans, we're going to start here again as we have in the past. Rear view camera portion, as well as the 360-degree camera system, which we like to call it. You do have dynamic grid lines. You can, here, I'll just show you here in just a second. The 360-degree camera system is fantastic. You zoom in on that, and that actually is going to zoom in if you were hooking up a trailer by yourself. Does give you the ability to do so without much of an issue, which is a really nice feature. As we get driving, you can hit this, and it will actually give you different different views with all the different cameras across. This gives you the front view right now, so you actually see some cars going across. Some of you may have just heard the automatic start-stop functionality, which is on this vehicle. I'm going to get this EcoBoost up and put Dad, put you back in the back of your seat. Again, for 2017, what's new? Well, that 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost has been redesigned a little bit, given a little bit more power. Not quite as much as the Ford Raptor, but definitely more power than what you are used to, which I'm a personal fan of, especially in this truck. Some people are going to say, well, you don't get a truck with a V6 in it. It's not a truck then. Why don't you get a V8? Well, when you know how well the V6 EcoBoost runs, especially at our altitude, it may change your mind. So I would caution you on that point of view. The rest of it's very standard. As I mentioned before, you do have the adaptive cruise control, the Sync 3 system we've gone through in the past. Very easy to use, simple to operate. I am going to kind of show you some of the apps here. Going to get around this biker here with plenty of room, of course. All sorts of different applications. The CarPlay system works really, really well. As we get over to here, a few different things, which is really nice. The ambient lighting for one. Second would be the multi-contour seats, also known as, you've got massaging seats. And some of you are going to say, what are you talking about with the massaging seats? Well, for those of you that don't believe me, there is proof. Massaging seats, both for the front, for the driver and the front passenger, is something that my pregnant wife absolutely loved. She has been commenting how she needs to get a massage, and she got a little bit of a one as we took a short trip. So really nice. Other than that, the 10-speed transmission, I will say, works fantastic. Dad, I know you've been limited in this car, and so we'll get your opinion here in just a second, but you know the truck scene like no other. The limited packages in terms of the quietness and just honestly the F-150 build quality as a whole, you don't have a whole lot of outside noise. You don't have a whole lot of road noise just in general. It's a really smooth truck. It drives smooth. It runs smooth. That EcoBoost, again, we'll just get it up and you'll feel it kick in right there. Works really, really well. Dual zone climate control here on the front. I did want to point that out before I forgot. I don't think I'm missing anything else. It's just honestly, I guess without giving too much more of an opinion, in my opinion, is this is a fantastic truck. Some of you are going to say, well, $65,000 is way too much for a truck. Well, if what you do for your job means that you need that truck for whatever it is to throw dirt in, throw something in the back of it, but you're traveling long distances and you drive, I don't know how many miles on the highway, whatever it might be, or maybe you go camping, you want to pull a trailer, or maybe you like luxury vehicle, but you also want to say you have a truck. This definitely can be a vehicle for you. I'm not going to fault anyone for doing that because all of these features, honestly, are really nice and great to have. Dad, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, all that is true, plus safety features in this truck like none others. Inflatable rear shoulder harnesses in the back, which are like having an airbag built into the seat belt itself. As Richard said, just tons of luxury. Fantastic vehicle. Yeah, in fact, we hear it all the time, even from people. Why would you spend that much money on a pickup truck? Well, because you can. That's the answer. So those of you that are naysayers out there that don't like it, you know what? They wouldn't keep building them and selling them like they do if there weren't buyers out there for them. And there are. Every major manufacturer, from Toyota to Chevy to GMC to Ram, they've all got nice high-end luxury trucks in the half-ton and even now in their heavy-duty series trucks, because truck buyers that spend a lot of time behind the wheel want that luxury. Get back to what Richard said just a moment ago. So Ford, thumbs up. F-150, we've talked about this in the past. You guys have done a great job on the redesign. The aluminum body is still kind of a question mark for a lot of buyers out there. Frankly, that's not a big deal to me personally. There's body shops, collision shops out there that'll take care of that, so that's not a huge issue to me personally. But you know what? You have to be the judge of that. Go out and check it out for yourself.
Absolutely. And Dad, I'm glad you mentioned the other manufacturers. In our opinion, at least in my opinion, the F-150 Ford has really kind of gone heads and shoulders above the competition in terms of the F-150 and its capabilities with the safety features that you mentioned, the surround view camera system. Other manufacturers are still trying to catch up, which they are doing, but Ford is still kind of setting the bar for other manufacturers. And I actually heard a statistic the other day about something about the newest or largest growing segment of F-150 buyers are people who make over $250,000 a year. So people that do have a lot of money, and they want to spend it. Again, never going to fault anyone for that. So if you want to learn more about this vehicle, head to Ford's website. You can customize these F-150s any way possible. Also, head to your local Ford dealer, get in this vehicle, see if you enjoy it, see if your family enjoys driving it around, and if you do that, tell them that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you.